What's up, listeners? My name is Skylar Guns, and you're listening to Twitch Talk. I have here with me a guest, TikToker with over 200,000 on TikTok and climbing, just chatting variety streamer on Twitch who's just about to hit Twitch partner, probably very soon. He has an extraordinary memory. He does quizzes for fun. You could probably ask him to name every capital of every country that has 3 syllables or less, and he'll probably get it right. You can ask him to name every single Monopoly property in order with colors. He'll probably get it right 100% of the time. I have with me here Sambucha. How you doing, Sam?
Wow, that's quite the introduction. I think you're overselling me a little bit, but how's it going, man?
I'm doing good. So, did you go into it knowing that you were going to play off the memory, like your very good memory that you have? Did you know that you were going to use that throughout your stream?
No, not at all. Like, there's some like weird things, like I never thought I'd use anything like I'm a geography nerd, which I'm sure you're aware, and like that's something I never thought that I would actually like use on stream. I'm like, where is this relevant? How could I even showcase this? Would people even like it? Then the memory stuff, like again, like you don't think of streamers and you think of stuff like that. So I wasn't sure. That's kind of a recent discovery because I had like a single TikTok I put out of me doing like the sequential memory test, and that like went kind of viral. So I was like, let's see if this is repeatable. And so what I basically did is in the form of like some sport clip quizzes or just anything geography related, I just parlayed the two, and then like people have kind of liked that content, so I've generally stuck to it. But yeah, I never thought that stuff would be kind of stuff that's propelled any sort of growth.
I just want to note, he said kind of viral, but that video has 5 million views, which is pretty viral.
Well, the cool thing about that, the coolest thing, so the TikTok views to me, those are meaningless, the TikTok views, but like the daily dose of internet getting on that was like super, super cool. That for me is
I
like,
actually didn't even know that.
yeah. The first video of the year on daily dose of internet, like the 4th clip in, is just like that clip of me doing the sequential memory test. And like that thing,
wow.
like, because like TikTok views or whatever, like they come and go. You'll have like some virality and then it will go down. But like that is like an account that I've always liked. So when they posted me, I was like super hyped about that.
Did you see any growth when they posted you because of that?
Not really. Like it's weird. Like whenever you post content that goes viral, it's very short term sort of gains that you make. So like if you have like a viral TikTok, or if you're included in like a YouTube video of a famous account or whatever, like maybe like the first day you'll have people who come in. But again, those are like the people, they see that, and if you're not doing that, they won't come back into your streams, because like that's an example. They found you for a specific type of content, and since that's the only thing they've ever seen, they'll just come in for that. So like if I'm not doing it, like they'll come in and be like, hey, saw you off Daily Dose of Internet, but then they just bounce away. And I don't think I've seen too many people since.
TikTok is a good starting point for people that don't know where to start. And obviously you've seen that same kind of growth, and then you kind of push that towards other avenues, like getting them to your Twitch or getting them to your YouTube, and then making YouTube videos if you're able to. But making a TikTok is a lot different from a YouTube video. I definitely struggle with that, because 30-second videos versus 10-minute videos is a hard boundary to cross.
Yeah. Yep. I think people underestimate like making TikTok videos and trying to make them fit the algorithm so that they, can blow up and become viral. So once you understand the TikTok algorithm, and once you have kind of, again, like a gauge on what will work and what doesn't, it gets a bit easier. But like figuring it out and like trying stuff, it's like a very trying process, and even editing it, because the thing with TikTok is like every second is so valuable. So in like I shoot for now 16 seconds. That's like my average clip duration. Like every single second has to be somewhat meaningful. Even if it's like you're doing nothing, there needs to be at least a meaningful lull, or people are waiting for something. So like just thinking and like being creative around like a 16-second video is so taxing, dude. Like TikTok has become for me, like in my view, like the most creatively challenging thing that I do at this point. Like hopping on Twitch and doing this long form content for 4 hours is almost easier to me than like thinking about what 15-second TikTok I'm going to post today, because it's like they're asking for so much. Like, hey, you have 15 seconds to deliver something that you ideally want to go viral. So it has to hit every metric, it has to reach all the followers, it has to have the hook, it has to bring people to the end and have the watch time up. It's like it's super tough. It's super underrated. But I always say, if people are not on TikTok and you create content, you're wasting your time. It's the biggest growth platform out there. There's billions of users on it at this point. I think maybe since like India's been off or whatever, like it's dropped, but it's humongous. And anybody can go viral at any given moment. There's no other platform like it. Everyone ought to be on TikTok. Whenever I see a TikTok, and now it's gotten to the point, if I'm scrolling my For You page and I see a TikTok that's viral, I start to assess it. I'm like, what is it about this TikTok that went viral? And then like if I see something, I'll try and like maybe try that out in my next video and implement it. So I very much think about every TikTok video as literally like hitting certain points in the algorithm to let it go viral. So like I kind of like manufacture, I'd even call the word, like my TikToks to become viral. Like it's very important to me that like I have like a couple of like, you know, in my head, like I have like a checklist of things I have to do. Like every TikTok I have to follow that. I couldn't just like post a TikTok ever again of me just like holding my iPhone and just like with a viral sound like doing something that I think's funny, because it needs to hit like certain things, you know. It's just, you know, and that's just it's been successful for me, so that's why I just like keep on doing it. Like if it ain't broke, don't break it type thing. So yeah, I definitely think about it probably in a bad way. Like maybe it's not sustainable to constantly view things algorithmically, but I think once you do figure it out, it makes the daily stuff a lot easier, because I just know what I have to do every day.
So could you share some of those like mental checklists that you have for some of your TikTok videos?
So it's hook, and then it's over delivering at the end, and it's keeping it under a certain time period. And then it's ultimately, if you could bait comments, that's good, because if people are in the comment section, obviously the video is replaying. So it's good to get comments out of people. But I really don't have like heavily commented TikToks. My TikToks, I find they have good like to views and they have good watch time, but a lot of people don't like blow up the comments like I see some other TikTokers, which is fine. Like, you know, I'm not complaining about that, but I feel like that means that what I do well in my TikToks is that people will watch it a couple times, like maybe 2-3 times, which helps with the watch time algorithm.
So if you have a TikTok flop or not perform as well as your other videos, are you a believer in trying to re-edit and repost that TikTok, or do you just move on and scrap that idea?
It depends. Like if there's an idea that I believe in and I really want to keep trying, I'll do it. But sometimes if it's a dead idea, I've even like privated videos before. I'm just like, fuck this idea. I don't even want to look at it again. Just like get it off my page. Sometimes if a video flops so badly, it's just, I don't even want to look at it. I'm just like, how could I think of that? That's such a bad idea. And I'll just like, I'll either private it or maybe I'll leave it up and it could accrue views over time. But yeah, I don't mess around with, if there's a bad video, it's a bad video. There's not much you could do. But since I post just once a day, if the video's bad, it's like, I feel like I wasted a day, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hate that. I think there's nothing more depressing, because I feel, yeah, like you said, it's like wasting a day. Nothing's more depressing than spending like 30 minutes to an hour on a TikTok and then posting it and then going live on Twitch and then ending your stream just to see that it got like 1,000 views or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get anybody to come to my stream that day.
Exactly. That's the big thing. Right. And you kind of know, because like you could tell by like your Twitch numbers or whatever, you know if like things are going well. Because like I usually now go live on TikTok when I stream, just because like, you know, it's a good place to funnel in or whatever. But sometimes I could tell if I like quickly peek down on my phone and there's like 5 people in my live, that means that there's likely not like a viral video. So I definitely notice it for sure. And that's, the days suck when there's not a video that's popping off, because, you know, posting once a day, you know, like we were saying, it's like wasting a day, or it feels like it.
Something I've been wanting to ask you too is I came across your account. I think I saw like a couple of your videos pop up on my For You page. And at the time, you had about 20,000 followers, but you had about 2 million likes.
Worst ratio in the West, man.
Horrible ratio. Anybody with 2 million likes should, like, I'm sitting at 2 million and I have 90,000. And I think that at 2 million likes, like 20,000 is very low. It's a very bad ratio. So what did you do? Like, how did you fix that? Because all of a sudden I saw one day you exploded. You shot to like 100,000, 150,000, like that, like so fast.
I don't know what it is exactly. I think maybe it's a combination of, I started going live like you had noted, so maybe that helped a little bit. I started adding at the end of my videos like follow for more, just to like put in people's head that they have to follow. And then very recently I put a more subtle follow for more. It's like my profile picture and then like clicking the plus and it going away, and it's like a 0.5 second thing just to get into their heads. So like I started to, like I said, like engineer the videos to push people to follow.
We're gonna play, I haven't done this before, this is new. We're gonna do a lightning round.
Okay.
As a man who is very analytical, I'm sure that you studied the algorithm very heavily. So I have a couple of conspiracy theories about the TikTok algorithm here that some people believe, and I just want you to tell me if you think it's fact or cap. No context. Just say fact or cap, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
All right, let's do it.
TikTok shadow banned. Fact or capped?
Cap. Shadow ban's cap.
Posting time matters.
Cap.
Creator fund hurts views.
I think true, but it's cap. It's cap, but I can't be convinced otherwise. I know a lot of heads are in it. They're making like, decent change off it, but I'm just like fucking, I don't know, man. I'm scared of it, but it's cap. I think it's cap.
It's easy to grow a following on TikTok.
I think it's cap. I think it's easy to have like semi-virality at the beginning, but ultimately like growing a following, like I think you got to be consistent. You got to post a lot. You got to like do stuff people like. It has to be repeatable. It has to be long-term. So I think that's cap. It's not easy to blow up, but it's easy to get like some virality.
TikTok actively keeps streamer views down to prevent people on TikTok to leave their platform.
So again, that's cap, but there's this, I don't even want to say who it is, but there's one person that's told me that that's somewhat true, but I called that person out thinking that's cap, but it makes sense, right? It makes sense that like if you go live on TikTok, like right now I'm live on TikTok, and if I were to like change my phone to this, which I used to have up, which is basically like the whiteboard directing people here, I would notice the lives would get so much less people than they do now. So I think like if a TikTok mod comes in and then they see that, they'll be like, oh, this guy's trying to get people off TikTok, like to his Twitch channel. That's not good. And then maybe they like put a little ban on me or something. But I don't know. I think it's cap ultimately, but it's a little scary, that one. I think that's it.
Not opening your app and not checking your notifications after you post a video will help your video do better.
Cap. That's definitely cap.
Going live on TikTok helps you gain followers.
Fact. Absolutely fact.
TikTok periodically has algorithm updates that affect who sees your videos.
Yeah, fact. Definitely algorithm updates, yeah.
The thing with TikTok is I feel like it's the only social media platform that no matter how many followers you have, not all of your followers will see it. Like if you have 1 million followers, it doesn't mean that your video is going to get 1 million views. Because I see accounts with, 1, 2, 3 million, and they're getting like 50,000 views on their videos.
Yeah, no, I say this all the time. Like followers means absolutely nothing. Like there's accounts that I think my page will get more than, there's probably some accounts with like 10 million followers, and I think my average views per video will probably be like higher than theirs.
But that's pretty much all that I have. I think that we've learned a lot from you and talked about some of the algorithm stuff and some of your methods on how you make a viral video. I mean, you've been killing it on TikTok lately. I mean,
thanks, Doug.
Yawning video, 2.5 million views. And that was
I don't get
yesterday,
it.
right?
It's so dumb, man.
So.
Yo, no, thank you for conducting this. This was a lot of fun. All right, we'll be in touch then.
All right, sounds good. Have a good one.
Dope. All right, see you.